And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have two. Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready, 6 yard, 56. Here we go. Back.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Three down.
At the 41-yard line.
Tighten up. Check it.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 63 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 50. Alert.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Forced out to his left. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. 17-0 our score after one. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get on the base. 56. Hey. That's what I do. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
And all the way down to the 26. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Let's go, D.
They'll run here with Ingram. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Carson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make it 24-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. This time, Jackson will throw it on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's Carson.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. Check 48 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
6-man.
At the 19-yard line.
Check curls.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's checking. Crash. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Run left. 36 power. Screen.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get them one closer. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
No.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Push him back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Wilson now to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
14. You ain't going nowhere.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 8. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
March by 4. All day, just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 55.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here